I'm Jesus Luque, CTO of Peris Digital.
And good morning, I'm Sergio Martinez, head developer at Peris Digital.
We are very proud to present you a new technology, a new implementation that has never been applied to the world of video games or media creation before. Until now, the creation of customs for characters has been hard and complex task, performed by highly skilled professionals in software, such as marvelous designers. We have used multiple NVIDIA technology in all phases of product creation, which we will show in detail, both hardware and software. Peris Digital was officially born in June 2021, but the beginning of the project is much older. Our parent company, Peris Customs, has a century of history, present in third location through the world and the headquarters in Algete. It produces and rents costumes and accessories for more than 500 audiovisual productions annually. For example, Carnival Row, The New Pope, The Crown, Veneno, Shadow Bones, Queen Gambit, Sky Rojo, The Alienist, Peaky Blinders, Bridgerton, Pickens, or Last Kingdom.
In these scenes, we can see the great number of items available in Peris Costumes warehouses. Peris Costumes stands out both from the size and the variety of its inventory, and from having elements from any era, past or present.
So we are talking about millions of physical assets, not just costumes, jewelry, accessories, shoes, hats, and chainmail, shields, weapons from any area. Everything an avatar in the Omniverse or Multiverse needs today. We are talking about an infinite number of eras and styles: the Roman Empire, Mongol Empire, uniforms of any real or invented empire. A grand total of 7.5 million items of costume.
The variety of materials is amazing, and it evolves in each age. Having original material guarantees historic fidelity, specifically from the 1920s to the 2000s. Realistic elements are not only useful for the main characters. We have many unique elements to contribute depth to a production through big groups of background characters.
Let's imagine that a post-production studio requires some characters, for example, some Roman soldiers. Until now, you had two options: model it from scratch or purchase a similar model from TurboSquid or Sketchfab. Now, Peris Digital has a huge physical library ready to digitize, higher quality assets solution with much lower production cost. For this, it is important to highlight the work of artisans. The quality of video game, media, and other virtual productions is only going higher. We need the expertise of costume designers and, in general, knowledge of the whole costume production chain to properly realize the full potential of this new landscape. So, we have an infinity of physical assets that we have to convert into digital. Until now, photogrammetry has been used with great success by Quixel for multiple purposes and by other companies for engineering.
These are the possibilities that are created when we can access this huge warehouse of physical elements, the variety and its reality, and from converting it into digital, more agility and flexibility.
Making this asset digital open new markets. Video games where personalized content and individual expression are become increasingly relevant. Without going any further, we all know games, where it is precisely this kind of element that users look for and pay for to show their style. Until now, the video game production process has bypassed the 3D garment modeling process, but because of the limitation of the simulation and the characteristics of the results. With our process, these garments are managed just like any other 3D model, so they integrate seamlessly with the rest of the virtual world. virtual production, the future of audiovisual production, where iteration times and dependence on physical element to characteristics, times or place will be reduced.
The process that we are presenting you from our analog background allows for three main improvements. 1. Starting from a character ready to the 80 to 90%, its costumes and accessories, thanks to photogrammetry and material segmentation. 2. Reducing a 70 to 80% the production cost of a character. And 3. Improve the realism of the production as artists can focus in distinctive elements like hands or faces.
Every day, more and more film and TV shows are created using these techniques because of the agility it brings to the whole production process. Retail markets like car configurator novel solution based on Unreal Engine and Omniverse are progressively appearing. Fashion requires many elements to produce at low cost and with the highest fidelity. The metaverse have been here for several years. No investment and growth in the metaverse or omniverse are progressive taking off in Facebook or in less realistic world such as Minecraft, Roblox, and of course, Fortnite.
For all these cases, normally the customs production process does not apply because these materials must have specific topologies. The various layers, jackets on t-shirts over shirts produce a tremendous sense of vertigo to the VFX supervisor. The easiest solution is to apply all the effort of creation on solutions already known and integrated into the pipeline. We are facing a technological change. We are evolving on a magic carpet, which are the neural networks. They can be extremely useful for a surprising number of cases. They offer many solutions in the world of visualization, as in the case of NVIDIA's deep learning supersampling. Multiple studios are using complex solutions in the development of characters. Special mention should be made to Digital Domain's character rigging and animation, and the work done by Daniel Holden from Ubisoft on neural network-based character animation.
I have lived through all the technological changes from Alias Power Animator to Blender and virtual production. Everything changes. Every time we have more powerful tools, but in practice, custom solutions have not evolved. Stuart Light was one of the first films in which digital cloth was used, through Maya by Sony Imageworks. From that time, although it's true that thanks to CUDA, the simulation in some cases are faster, but the result has not changed too much. The future is moving very, very fast and is uncertain, as many company development are still secrets. What seemed impossible now will become commonplace in a few years.
We overcame many handicaps, from materials that include anisotropic elements to modeling hair, silk, and semi-transparencies. For anisotropic elements, we improved the lighting control and management, together with polarized lenses. We apply physical mass to materials to improve the posterior segmentation. We have between 10,000 to 30,000 looks in the mannequin phase, from which we can extract information even from the dimmest materials.
But let us go back to the world of costumes and accessories. We start from a large warehouse. Our Paris Costumes warehouse contains a huge amount of material to scan. It is an analog information warehouse. We started from this base and created a scalable multi-level solution based on NVIDIA's technology with the goal of moving towards a warehouse for digital information. These are the technological changes we faced along the way. In numbers, we are talking about a rig composed of 144 cameras. This is a huge number of cameras, which must be synced to great precision. The final design supports those cameras with a total of 36 Jetson Nano. This gives us 4 cameras per Jetson, 12 masts with 12 cameras each, all connected through Ethernet. We use 4 cameras per Jetson because it is the limit of USB ports available on the 4GB Jetson. We do not want to saturate the connections using USB hubs or similar solutions.
We tested all cameras on the market. First, the doubt was Sony or Canon. It was easy. Sony is much more advanced. They have abandoned the mirror. The connections are better. USB-C against USB micro of the older Canon cameras. The Sony CCD is excellent. Then the question was the type of CCD, a cheaper option like APS-C versus full frame. With APS-C, we gain the multiplier, which is around 1.4. All images are closed and the depth of the field is greater due to the small size of CCD, but in general, the brand offers less quality of optics in the CCD itself is of lower quality. Therefore, we choose the quality. Optics was an easy choice. E-mount from Sony with f-stop of 1.8 is incredible, especially the long lens like 135, without any distortion or vignetting. We tested many cameras, and finally, we went to the Alpha 7C, 24 megapixel, a spectacular CCD, full frame and E-mount. It's a very small camera, the small expression of full frame camera, but it's extremely powerful with the USB-C. It's really fast in the material dump, in what is more important for live view.
Indeed, the use of multiple live views is one of the most important things we have achieved. It is very important to see in real time many cameras. We have millions of garments to scan. To be able to verify that the cameras are optimally focused and positioned according to various types of garments, speed is essential. As we can see in this video, Raul, our colleague, is quickly watching all the cameras and selects the point of interest of each one. He is fast and, of course, does not move from the side. Existing solutions allow the view of only one camera at a time, so it is essential for us to build a different solution. For the controllers, the initial and most common option was Raspberry Pi. They are cheap, with wide user support and are very well tested. The latest version have a very good processor and are powerful, but Jetson Nano is different. It is a graphics card plus an ARM processor. It specializes in image processing. It is simply the best option, since it guarantees USB 3 with 4 ports available in the development kit. Importantly, it supports hardware-accelerated encoding and image processing. In this first iteration, we have many tools that graphically help the operator, for example, the focus peak. All these tools are compiled for CUDA Accelerator, which is enabled by the usage of Jetson boards. In this case, the heavy lifting is done by OpenCV, a visualization and image analysis library that is key in computer vision development. With this, we are processing 4 streams in real time for each Jetson, collecting that information from the USB via Sony API and relaying it to the visualization and control computer. The fact of being able to perform hardware-accelerated image processing so close to the camera and with this scalability allows us to make a continuous and immediate analysis of the parameters. With different tools, we can detect focus errors, exposure errors, or different problems in real time and without an operator even having to watch the feed of each camera, or visualize this same analysis in real time in the same live view. All this computing power allows us to shift the load away from the workstation, making the whole operation smoother and provide a modular and scalable way of adding even more capabilities.
It had never worked this way before. Never before has the image from 144 cameras been transmitted simultaneously and with processing included. And the Jetson still has capacity for more processing. The selection of the shooting characteristics is done from the server itself. For photogrammetry, it is essential that the photograph has similar characteristics. As for aperture, we keep about 1.8 or 2 depending of the depth of field. ISO 50 to avoid any kind of noise in the image and the shutter speed of 125 of a second. Lens, always the best quality. In the future, we want to empower the Jetson network to negotiate optimal parameters based on the live and the automatic analysis of the image.
The shots must be fully coordinated. We have a limit of 30 milliseconds difference between the most separated pictures. This allows us to generate initial models with a cleaner geometry. If more time were to pass between images, both the breezes in any given space and the involuntary micro-movements of actors would produce discrepancies between the different images. Although there exist solutions for camera control, they are either outdated or are linked to Canon. Only a year ago, Sony boosted professional solutions with a unified and complete development kit. A comment: the ARM64 SDK was available before the Linux Intel version. This shows that the roadmap goes exactly through this kind of environment. It is also true that the time limitations depend on the type of model to capture. A chainmail has a more complex geometry than a shot, but it's also heavier. This allows that if it's mounted on a mannequin, to avoid involuntary movements, we can assume a longer exposure time to increase the depth of field and thus capture more peripheral details with each camera. As you can see, it is necessary to find a balance for each type of garment.
As we both need to minimize the exposure times in some garments so that the time between the start of the first exposure is kept to 30 milliseconds. And in other, we need to increase the exposure time to maximize the depth of field. These varying conditions require that the scene lighting can change dynamically as quick as possible. To be able to adapt dynamically to these needs, we use a set of DMX lights, DMX 512, or simply DMX is a communication standard used primarily for lighting control and stage effects. Since its introduction, DMX has expanded to be used for performance lighting, indoor and architectural lighting, scaling from Christmas light string to standing and concert arenas. As an interface to interact with the DMX light, we use Unreal Engine as a DMX control table. This has simplified the development and allowed us to control very efficiently all the parameters, as well as synchronization with the photography trigger. The lighting uses LED panel. LED comes in two flavors, soft and hard. By including soft light, we can avoid having to apply hue diffuse filter. This makes the rig much lighter, clearer, and avoid clutter. Using Unreal Engine as our development environment has allowed us to exploit the strength of our team, which is especially familiar with 3D production. In the future, we will integrate this component along with other components, like the rig controls we on Omniverse, to leverage the environment.
With vanishing scanning sprays, we can work with highly reflecting and delicate elements. We are also taking on an intense work of restoration of original elements, some of them with more than 100 years, true museum pieces that have suffered the passage of time and that we bring back to its original intensity.
Going back to the Jetson boards, to achieve this coordination of about 30 milliseconds, the Jetson share a common timestamp, coordinated through PTP, Precision Time Protocol. When sending the signal to take the picture, the server includes a timestamp 10 seconds in the future that all the Jetsons will use as a reference. This time will be when all the cameras are triggered synchronously. In those 10 seconds, each Jetson has to make all the last configuration of its 4 cameras and get ready for the exact moment when the photo will be taken. When it arrives, it must give the final signal to the cameras it controls to start taking the picture. Once the photo is taken, the cameras download it to the Jetson and the Jetson transmits it to the control server. From here, they can be managed together as one single shot, and with that grouping, they will go to the next step of the pipeline. The capture of the images is the first process. We work simultaneously with JPEG at maximum quality and RAW. JPEG is used as first reference after the capture. It is downloaded from the Jetson at higher speed, and we can use it to establish a quick quality control. Afterwards, we download the ARW files, Sonic RAW format. Every 15 minutes, we change the look with a complete mannequin with multiple layer shots, progressively undressing the mannequins to always have the most information and the least occlusion. The management of all the information is complex. We are talking about 2 terabytes of material daily. In general, our policy was all to the cloud, or as much as possible. Due to the current demand for microprocessors, the purchase of a single workstation is quite complicated. Well-known manufacturers asked us for 3 months something unfeasible. So we decided on an elite partner of NVIDIA, Azkenmuga, a Spanish assembler specializing in solutions for neural networks and post-production companies.
We perform photogrammetry with standard color and space references. From this, we obtain models at scale from the go. Here, we can see the extreme level of detail with which we work. We can see the walls of the studio and even the operator, both far away from the center of the rig, where we no longer have the same high quantity of information. With this, we can see that all of this is done from images with an extreme level of detail.
This is the first part of the process, the image capture, the processing with reality capture with the NVIDIA RTX A5000. It's possible to launch several instances of the program. The batch processing is done partly locally and partly AWS, depending on the workload. Reality capture is a fantastic program that, from the image collection of the previous step, produces a high-quality geometry and is a good start point. Texture is a diffuse material that has the lining characteristics of the photogrammetry room. But now the shaders that are required in post-production are virtual production. Once we have the base geometry, it is time to give the artisan touch. For this operate several GPU instances in AWS, each controlled by one of the 3D artists. Each one is automatically assigned the project and the material to prepare. In about 4 hours per look, the geometry goes through the following process. First process, we clean the geometry so that it's well formed and with the correct quadrangular topology, eliminating non-uniform laminate phase in any kind of problem of initial process. Decimation of geometry along with the creation of the novel map created for the high-resolution version. Third, we adjust UF to create clean solution within. It's necessary. In some cases, we are scanning character with a 32 texture at 16 key. 4, we eliminate shadow, overexpose, and glare. 5, finally, we assign the correct shader for each element by setting up a PBR basic process. The shaded characteristics are assigned by texture.
So with this, we obtain the result, a 3D model that reproduces both the geometry, texture, and color of each kind of physical material. Special mention on this process goes to the remote work workflow. Since the COVID pandemic, post-production companies have evolved to work on remote teams. Peris Digital, since its inception, has developed a model of remote work. First, for security. No operator stores 3D material on their local computer. Their computers act as thin clients of the AWS instances, maintaining the confidentiality of the production. Second, we hire 3D artists from all over the world, mainly in Europe. We leverage talent wherever it is. This gives us a tremendous competitive advantage. Third, as our production process is based on artists and generic and open source software like Blender, the process of integration and training of new operators is very fast. Fourth, traditionally 3D artists have worked long hours and burnout syndrome has always been present. All of our artists are able to reconcile social and work life, and in general, they live in small urban areas outside big cities. So once completed, the model can be used directly or rigged for dynamic manipulation through a 3D editing program. This final product is produced as an USD file format. So USD, Universal Scene Description, is a fundamental tool for the work of a team of artists. It is a revolution like the one that caused PostScript in the world of printing. Being able to have a reference that is compatible with a multitude of software and that guarantees the interoperability of work pipelines gives us the possibility of being agnostic in the management of assets, and is therefore an important improvement in quality control. The fact that it's created by Pixar, supported by NVIDIA and Apple, gives us the peace of mind of developing on a solid base consolidated in the industry. In addition, USD is specifically designed with the goal of being a format for collaboration. Additionally, USD's concurrent editing model allows us to work more efficiently, using each layer of USD as a pipeline through which the different tools act.
We improved the information management by using Nira. Nira enables us to show the intermediate steps of our pipeline without the need to share the 3D geometry until it's ready for delivery.
To visualize and manipulate this final product, we relied on NVIDIA Omniverse. Omniverse is a step forward in visualization from the point of view of the 3D artist, simplification and interoperability with other software, community support in Blender with the support plugins, unified work process. From a developer point of view, the integration of the Omniverse and Rig, the most suitable integration path is through microservice. Microservice, the front end that the user uses to interact with the Rig, can be either the one shown in the demos, a web browser on a UI rendered by Omniverse. Using NVIDIA Omniverse as the UI will immediately extend the visualization possibility, allowing us to leverage the rendering capabilities of Omniverse. Similarity, integrating more elements of the production pipeline into the Omniverse will allow for immediate and realistic visualization of the model as it's being built. Thus, by reducing feedback time, we expect to get faster and high quality results. As we can see, during the entire process, we have uses only of the shell component, but always looking for the best performance and the most suitable for the goal we were pursuing, from Sony mirrorless camera to JSON board workstation for the most intensive work and cloud element for the most flexible section. With this, we found a solution that is easier to maintain, extend, replicates.